Hi everyone, Christina here. Welcome to another Make a Card Monday video. Today I did something a little bit different and I went to Facebook and let you guys choose what supplies you wanted me to use in today's video. It was between this Paper Smooches grouping of stamps and one from Hero Arts. And this is the set of stamps that you guys chose. So today I'm going to be creating a very simple card using these two stamp sets from Paper Smooches and also some inks from Simon Says Stamp and Hero Arts. I'm going to be creating sort of like a rainbow background of brush strokes. And the stamp set I'm using from Paper Smooches is called Positive Strokes 2. And it just has a bunch of different paint strokes and paint splotches that you can use to stamp on your projects. And it's kind of cool because a lot of people out there, including myself, we sometimes have a little bit of anxiety over the fact that when you go to brush stroke things on or paint splatter things, you just have no idea where things are going to end up. And you like to have a little bit more control over your finished product. So these stamp sets that have these brush strokes are really kind of great. So I'm using a bunch of ink colors from Simon Says Stamp and one from Hero Arts. I've used dull pink, orange pale, green apple, teal, and then eventually I'll bring in soft navy. Those are all from Simon Says Stamp. And I wanted to make a note of that kind of like aqua colored cloth. You saw me cleaning the stamp right now or just now. That is an absorber cloth. It's actually a chamois for your car. And I got this tip from Laura Basson. She really loves using one of these absorber chamois to clean her stamps, and it works fantastic for projects like this where when you're switching colors of ink quite often. I find that it works great. I use the absorber to clean the stamps, and then I also stamp on some scratch paper to make sure that that stamp is completely clean and I'm getting the most true color. So I just stamped all those going up, and that yellow color is actually lemon yellow from Hero Arts. And because these inks are formulated to kind of draw back into the paper and dye the paper and smooth out as you let it dry, I knew that they would be somewhat moist on the paper for a little while. So I just wanted to help that drying process along by using my heat tool. And then I'm testing the whole area to see if it's ready to be heat embossed, because heat embossing powder will stick to anything that isn't completely dry and void of any static cling. So I used a powder tool to eliminate any of that static cling, tested it, and it worked great. So now I'm going to move ahead and stamp this grouping of stamps from the other stamp set I showed you, and I'm going to be using Versamark ink. Versamark is a very sticky ink. It's perfect for embossing because all of that white embossing powder will cling on and stick to those areas that are stamped. It's perfect for embossing. There are some other embossing pads out there that you could choose to use, and I only have a little bit of experience with the Tim Holtz Distress embossing ink pad, but I'm sure they're lovely and would work great, but I just have always used the Versamark ink pad, and it's always worked for me, so I've never really strayed from it. I'm using my heat tool to heat up that embossing powder just until it melts and is smooth. And then I trimmed down that piece so it was a little bit smaller. It ended up being 3 3/4 wide by 5 inches tall. Put some foam adhesive on the back and then press that down onto a top folded black note card. This black cardstock is Licorice Twist from Basil. Wanted to add some shine and a little bit of shimmer to those flowers, so I'm using this Irresistible Pico Embellisher from Sukaneko, and it's kind of like glossy accents with a little bit of shimmer in it. But as you noticed when I was kind of testing it there, it is more liquidy than glossy accents. It kind of spreads out and pools a little bit more, so you do have to be careful with it. I've tested it out just a few times before. This is kind of my first project using this particular product, but I thought it worked great, and you're going to see a picture at the very end of the video where it looks really high and bubbled up. It actually dries quite flat, but when I took that picture, it was still drying. So just keep that in mind when you see that picture. So I'm just filling in all those areas with this Irresistible liquid. And the shimmer is really subtle. It's hard to see in video, kind of like when you use a Wink of Stella glitter brush pen. But in real life, with the shine and just a little bit of shimmer underneath, it actually looks really beautiful. The other thing that's really great about this product, it has that needle nose tip, like it's a really, really fine tip, and you have a cap that screws right back on. So that finishes the card for today. I hope you guys enjoyed and got some color inspiration. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time. Thanks for watching today's video. On screen are my 3 most recent videos, so I hope you'll check those out. You can visit my blog at kwernerdesign.com, and you can subscribe to my YouTube channel by clicking that button in the top corner. And once again, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.